And we are back for The Sims 4, which by far has the most DLC. If you don't count The Sims 3 store, The Sims 3 definitely has the most DLC out of any Sims game ever. Probably ever. But this one has quite a lot. This is probably the reason that I couldn't bundle all of the packs together, because this one just has so many. My gods. So let's find the base game. There she is. Okay. So like I said, we're putting her in good. I think she is a good game, just not quite the level of the other entries into this series. I'm so sorry, Sims 4. I'm hoping, because they are saying that we have years left of The Sims 4, that they're going to add in things that we're desperately missing and do a lot of bug fixes and pack refreshes and give us things that we need to get this game onto the level of the others. That's my biggest dream, is that The Sims 4 can live up to The Sims 3 and The Sims 2. Because right now it's a little bit in Sims 1 territory. It just has way more DLC that you have to pay for. So this one, I don't think I could go in order, and looking at this, it kind of makes me anxious a little bit. So I think we're just going to go in order here and not necessarily do expansion, game pack, stuff pack, kit. So what we're going to start with is the streetwear kit, or the fashion street kit. I do not like cast kits. I'm not really a cast person. I don't like making Sims in particular. Most of my Sims look fairly the same. I'm not that kind of girl. So I think all of the cast kits are going to go into bad, just because the kits are a really horrible price point for on the Sims 3 store, which is not something to be held up on a pedestal. It's a super duper bad cash grab. But if I'm comparing the kits to that, there's something wrong. But for it's overpriced. I think you could get cheaper assets on the Sims 3 store than you could with these kits. And you can kind of pick and choose what you want on the Sims 3 store a lot of the time, instead of, oh, I really want this dress. I love it. It's my favorite. Let me pay $5 for it and also get a bunch of stuff that I'm not going to use. That's not really my thing. I don't like the kits. They're not my favorite at all. So just keep that in mind. I'm not a proponent for kits. The cast kits are going to be rated a little bit lower than some of the others. All right, bowling night stuff. I think this is a good pack. In a refresh, I hope they add in arcade games and stuff, because I think that would be fabulous and would make this pack a lot more usable. But it is something to get you out of the house, so I like it. This one I'm actually really excited about. It doesn't add any new gameplay. This is is it Little Campers kit? I forget. This one isn't out yet. I'm recording this on the 23rd, as I'm sure you can see on my monitor. So I think this comes out the 26th of May. And I'm really excited. It doesn't add new gameplay, but it does have gameplay elements in it, since it's a build buy kit, and it looks really fun. This is something I'm really into, is outdoor camping and sleepovers. If it gives a sleepover functionality, by far my favorite kit, hands down. That would be my favorite kit ever. Will I purchase it? That depends. I'm still very poor, so we'll see. Maybe in the future. The modern menswear kit. Oh, I wanted to like her. I really did. It's very fashion forward, and I like some of the designs, but I think she's just a little bit ahead of her time. We may look back at this later and be like, wow, that's so cool. Or we could look back at it as the H&M fashion and be like, yikes, what? That's not normal streetwear. What were people thinking? Because this is definitely high fashion. This is not things that you see on the streets very often. And I love that it pushes boundaries, but in a game where we have so little menswear compared to women's wear, I think they could have done something else to make these a lot more everyday and usable in most games, but it is what it is. Oh, bust the dust. Our one gameplay kit. I legitimately think, and I think I tweeted this before, gameplay kits are kind of like false advertising at this point. We do not have any other gameplay kits. This is the only one. And that really pisses me off, because I would love if they added other small gameplay kits. Laundry day could have been a gameplay kit. just give us like 4 different washing machines or whatever, people would have bought it up. Stuff like that is really, really nice, and we always need more gameplay in The Sims 4 because it's seriously lacking. So I think that one's meh. I would prefer it to not be a kit. I would have loved to see that comboed with Laundry Day, but it is what it is. The Country Kitchen kit is also meh. I bought these 2. These are the only kits I own. And I do love the aesthetic of the Country Kitchen. I just think it's kind of weird that they put out a Country Kitchen kit and then gave us Cottage Living. I'm thinking that these are leftovers from the Cottage Living, that they just didn't include them and made a kit out of them, which is big My First Pet stuff energy. So not my favorite, but aesthetically, I do love her. She's very beautiful. Island Living. Oh, Island Living. For an expansion pack, I think she is bad. Sulani is beautiful. And I do like that they didn't turn the island world into like a tourist trap. They actually made it like a community where people live, which is very important since people do live in island communities and they don't exist just so that tourists can go there from rich white suburban households. So that's fabulous. The gameplay, however, is very lacking, and mermaids are an absolute tragedy. I don't remember mermaids in The Sims 3 because I think they do come with Island Paradise, and that's why I don't play with mermaids. But I'm sure they're better than these ones. I think I've heard other Simmers say that they are better than the ones that we have in The Sims 4. If they gave the mermaids a skill tree like they did with vampires, I think they would have been much, much better. But as they stand, they're by far the worst occult, which is really sad because the aliens in The Sims 4 are also not that great, especially when you compare them to the ones in Sims 3. So yeah, she's a bad pack for an expansion. If this was a game pack, I would be much less upset about it. Batu. My first trash rating, absolutely trash. I will never own Batu. It's absolutely one of the worst cash grabs that we've seen in The Sims 4. Absolutely disgusting. It makes me very sad. We're gonna move on now. Courtyard Oasis. That's meh. It's a beautiful pack, and I love that it does give us more cultural representation. Should they have to pay extra for that? I'm not so certain about that. People that live in homes like these probably shouldn't have to pay an extra $5 just to build homes like their own. But that's what happens with all of this DLC. Almost everything is up for purchase, and it's really sad. If you don't live in like a neighborhood that looks like Newcrest and you don't live in like a little white suburban neighborhood, The Sims 4 isn't necessarily representative of your lifestyle. The aesthetics are there, but you do have to purchase DLC for it. But your different lifestyles are not super represented, which is sad, but it's not surprising, let's be real. So Courtyard Oasis, beautiful kit, but it is a kit, so meh. What are you? Moschino. So I actually like Moschino as a stuff pack. A lot of people cite this one as when stuff packs got good, and then they killed them, so that really sucks. But the Moschino pack I do like. The build is really cool, and I love the photo option. I like taking photos. I didn't think I would at first, but I got into it and I really enjoy it. I want to have like a photographer sim at some point and sell their photos in like a photo gallery. Maybe even team up with like a painter sim and have a full-on art gallery. I think that'd be really cool. So I think Moschino is probably one of the better stuff packs. Oh, Eco Lifestyle. I'm very torn on her. I'm going to go ahead and say good, but she is very buggy. I'm a little crunchy. I did work at a natural food and supplement store for almost 3 years, and I went to massage school. I'm a holistic healer. I'm a witch. It's kind of up my alley. I just wish it was handled a little bit better. And I feel like there were better things they could have done with this. I also wish that it lets you be nasty, because if the whole point is to just like clean up the world, that doesn't give you all of the gameplay that it could. Juno Birch has talked about this. She's like, I wanted to live in a garbage dump. I wanted to pollute my cities and kill people with like air pollution. Like, if you're gonna make that kind of stuff anyway, give us the gameplay for it and don't just automatically make it go away. Like, let us choose what we want to do. But that being said, she is an okay pack. This is probably my favorite kit that is currently out. The Bloomin' Rooms kit, I do not own it, but looking at it, you just always need more potted plants in The Sims 4. It's beautiful. The Gen Z kids are really coming through with the wonderful plant parent, plant dad, plant mom, plant parent, plant they, plant them, plant gay, whatever. They love plants, and it's really cool to see. I love all of the plant rooms and how much they're taking care of plants, and I think it's a really good representation of that in The Sims 4, so I love this kit. Decor to the max. I'm going to put it in meh because all of the pieces are interesting. It's just a lot, and like that's what they're advertising. You know, it says what it does on the label. But like, if this is the one kit you get and you try and decorate with just this kit, it's too much. It's way too much. But you can take pieces of this and use them as statement pieces in your regular homes, which is nice. So it's meh. Nifty knitting. I like nifty knitting. I just, like I mentioned earlier, wish that you could sell the things you knit in a retail store instead of just on Plopsy. But I do like Plopsy. This could have been a little bit more fleshed out, but it's not bad. It is one of the better stuff kits, so she's going in good. Paranormal is absolutely fabulous. This is how the stuff kit or stuff pack should have looked when they premiered in The Sims 4. It's super fleshed out. The gameplay is nice. It gives us Bonehilda back, which is amazing. I forgot to mention when she came out in The Sims 2. I don't remember. Maybe she was in House Party? Or in The Sims 1, sorry. I think she was in the Sims 1 House Party. Not sure. But like, bless Bonehilda. She's the queen. We love Bonehilda. So it's lovely to have her back. And Paranormal, unfortunately, I think is going to be our last stuff pack because this is definitely one of the best ones by far. The Carnival Streetwear Kit. I'm actually going to move this one up because it is so queer. They worked with a queer artist, and it is very fabulous. It's a lot, but they did it pretty darn well. But it is a cast kit, so not really my thing. Discover University is meh. I tried playing with the university aspect a little bit, but it's just a little bit more cumbersome than I would like. I know this is kind of a pack or a fan favorite. It's just not really for me. I think because I'm in my 30s, university isn't so exciting. Like, I already did that. So I'm not really the target market here. So for me, it's just meh. The Inch on Arrival kit. It's cute stuff. It really is. I don't know. It's a little... Now I feel bad because I'm putting, like, people's cultural clothing in the bad one. I don't think we should have to pay for these. These should have just been updates, honestly. Let's be real. But they're not. You have to pay for them, and for that I'm going to put it in bad. I'm so sorry. Industrial Loft Kit, bad. That was some of the worst PR we've seen in The Sims 4. When they made this stupid window here and included it in the box art, and then they didn't make the actual fucking window. Or maybe it's not this one. I think it was one used in a promo image. Yeah, that's right. But still, don't make stuff and put it in a build and then not include it in the kit. Also, this isn't really my style. I'm not like a modern or industrial kind of person, so it's going in bad. Romantic garden stuff. This one's probably bad. If you look at the earlier stuff packs, they're almost the same content as like a kit, and they're twice the price. So I love you. You have some of the most beautiful flowers and statues in the game, but like, you do not have enough content for $10. I'm sorry. Same with backyard stuff, cool kitchen. There's just not enough content here to justify those prices. And they should have been parts of other packs. They should have been part of expansion packs. I'm just going to say it. Dine Out. Dine Out really disappointed me. It's fun to go to restaurants, but it's buggy as hell, as I'm sure most of you know. And I hate the fact that you can't, like, be the cook at your restaurant. You can't be the waiter at your restaurant. You just own it and have to hire people to, like, do it for you. That bothers me. So she's going in meh. Open for business, and was it just open for business or late night? I know you could run a restaurant with open for business and possibly one other pack in The Sims 2, but I know you could, like, own a restaurant and operate it and cook and do all of that stuff. So, like, that did it better. And The Sims 4 is a little bit of a letdown in that area. Dream Home Decorator. Gosh, I think I'm going to put this in good, just because it is The Sims 4 playing to its strong suit. Build and buy in The Sims 4, I think, is the best we've ever had. Just going to say that it's the most user-friendly. I can actually make something that looks moderately decent in The Sims 4, whereas in The Sims 2 and The Sims 3, it's a lot of a struggle. It's a big struggle. So I think that was a smart move. Now, if the game pack wasn't buggy, that would be better. But I love the aesthetic styles they chose for this. The mid-century is very pretty. Not my personal style, but they did it very well. And I think the modular furniture was a really smart choice. So I'm going to put it in good. I think it was a good pack. Fitness stuff, no. There's just not enough there to justify the purchase. I didn't buy, I don't think, any of the stuff packs for The Sims 4. If they weren't on sale, I think I got most of them for $5, except for maybe paranormal stuff and nifty knitting. Everything else I'm pretty sure I got for $5. So, like, the fitness stuff is not worth $10. Get together. Oh, this one's hard. I'm going to put her in good because Windenburg is absolutely fabulous. Cafes are really fun. But a lot of the other gameplay I don't use. I don't know if I just don't understand how to do the club system, but I just never really use it. I think, once again, because I'm not a really social person, I just don't use Get Together that much. But, like, most of the stuff it came with is actually really cool. It is still a tragedy that the hair does not look like it is advertised on this game box, though. That's unfair. Get to Work. I'm going to put it in good. It is not as good as Open for Business, but it's what we have. And the retail system is something that I use. There are mods that make it a lot better, and I do use those fairly often. But I think it is an okay pack. I would love to see a refresh so we could have home businesses. That would be phenomenal. And if they fix the bugs with some of the later expansions and game packs to, like, have everything available for sale in this one, that would be great. Jungle Adventure. I think this is a bad pack. I don't like that you go in and literally steal sacred relics from a culture and then say that you, like, learn their culture and things by visiting people in town and learning how to do a dance. Not my thing. Also, it frames this world as just a vacation place and not where real people live, when real people do live in areas like this. So and the gameplay's repetitive. It's not for me. Don't like Jungle Adventure. Kids Room stuff is bad. There's not enough content. I wish Kids Room and toddler stuff would have been put together. Then it probably would have justified the $10 price tag, but it just doesn't. I mean, realistically, all of that should have come in Parenthood, but here we are. Laundry Day. Laundry Day is a good stuff pack. It adds in gameplay. For me, this is when stuff packs start getting good, is Laundry Day forward. I like Laundry Day. I like doing laundry. Wish it was a little bit more user-friendly, but it's fine. And I like the aesthetic of Laundry Day. A lot of the build and buy and the clothing items I use fairly often. Luxury Party is trash. Let's just be real. It's the size of a kit. It's twice the price. And it's so unusable, especially now that we have my wedding stories. Oh, did I get that? Oh shoot, I don't think I got the My Wedding Stories cover. Oh, that's sad. Oh well, whatever. Like now that we have a buffet table in My Wedding Stories, like Luxury Party is completely obsolete and it's trash and it's really sad. But it is what it is. This was the first stuff pack for The Sims 4. It severely needs a refresh. If Luxury Party and Vintage Glamour were together, it might be worth some money, but like as it is, it's just trash. Movie Hangout is meh. I like the gameplay of watching movies. The decor is kind of okay. And I don't think I've ever used the popcorn machine, but I think some people like it. So it's meh. A lot of the early stuff packs are not worth the money. My First Pet stuff is trash. They should have just included it in Cats and Dogs instead of making us buy DLC for DLC. No. And the stuff in there is cute, which is sad, but it should have been part of Cats and Dogs. Outdoor Retreat. This one needs a refresh so bad. I think it could be really cool, but it's very tedious and it's not that thrilling. Like the world that it comes with is not, it's kind of lackluster. So I think Outdoor Retreat needs to be refreshed, and then I think she would be better. Perfect Patio is trash now. Like, we have a hot tub in the game, which is what they gave us for the 20th anniversary, instead of importing iconic items or clothing or Sims from the older games to celebrate 20 years of having this franchise. They gave us a hot tub, which is ugly, but it is what it is. It's really annoying. A lot of people just bought this pack to have hot tubs, and then they gave us one for free. So that's really fucked up. Realm of Magic. So remember when I said I was a witch? I am not very happy with the spellcasters in The Sims 4. I wish they were a lot more like the vampires and they had a skill tree that gave them perks and disadvantages. I think that would be a lot more dynamic. And if it does work like that, I apologize. I haven't played with the spellcaster in a long time, but I was really let down with this pack in particular because I loved witches in The Sims 2 and The Sims 3, and this was kind of a letdown. The aesthetics are really nice, but I mean, that could be said for The Sims 4. The aesthetics are very nice, but that's kind of the motto for The Sims 4, and I was just really let down with this one. So hopefully she'll get a refresh and she will be back into good. Spa Day. Because of that refresh, this is actually a good pack. I'm so happy with the refresh with Spa Day. Especially now that you can make money giving massage. Like, I don't know about you, but like, I would not give a massage for free unless I loved you very, very much. It's a job, it's hard work, and it requires compensation. So I'm glad that you can do that now. But yeah, it's a good pack now. It probably would have been meh for me before then. Like, you can only take your sim to the spa so many times. But actually giving us gameplay where we can work at the spa and earn a living from it, I think was the way to go, and it should have been in there in the first place. So it is a good pack now. Spooky stuff is meh. It should have just been part of seasons. I don't know why they separated it. It is cute stuff, but like, they should have just held off and included it in seasons. Honestly, it's not worth $10. Oh, Strangerville. I'm gonna put it in meh, just because I do like the world of Strangerville. It's not like super close to home, but I do live in the Southwest, so it's a similar vibe, especially all the like Victorian houses and kind of an arid landscape. That hits a little close to home, so I love it. But the gameplay's a little lackluster, and the story is also lackluster. They had so many opportunities to do something with the final boss, and it just kind of fell flat, and it's not very replayable, so it's going in meh for me. Toddler stuff is bad. It should have been grouped up with kids room stuff, and then it probably could have been a stuff pack. Realistically, all three of those should have been in Parenthood, so there's that. I'm missing game packs. I just realized that I'm missing game packs. I don't have Parenthood in here either. What the hell? Ugh. Oh no, they're down here. Aren't they? Yeah, there's Parenthood. Okay, so we're good. I think I am just missing My Wedding Stories, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. This one is bad. The 90s fit kit, not really my thing at all. I don't particularly like cast kits, and a lot of these items are very unusable, but like 90s and 2000s fashion is trending now. I don't know why. We already lived through that once, and it was atrocious, but go off. So yeah, not my favorite. Tiny Living, I like. The aesthetics of it are very nice. The gameplay, it's useful, but it almost feels like cheaty. Like if you can live in a tiny home and just like max all of your skills and everything, it's kind of broken because like I don't see why you wouldn't live in a tiny home. I'm not one to have like giant mansions and things in The Sims, so like tiny living is super overpowered for me because I like living in small homes anyway. But it is a good pack. It's probably one of the better stuff packs. Is it Moonlight Fashion? Moonlight Chic? Chic Moonlight? I am not sure. I'm not very impressed with it. It hasn't come out yet, so we haven't seen all of the assets, but what I'm seeing is kind of just like, more young adult clothing. We have enough young adult clothing. Can we pick something else? It's just not very, like, inspired to me. So we're going to put it in bad. The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs. I was actually really let down with this. The cats and dogs don't have great AI. And the fact that it is only cats and dogs and like you can't even like purchase them from a store, like it's just, I was really let down with cats and dogs. And I love the pets expansions from all of the other ones from The Sims 1 Unleashed. Like I'm pretty sure I put that in iconic. Like I was let down with cats and dogs. Brindleton Bay is a pretty world, but like overall I was really let down with cats and dogs. City Living is okay. It could have been done better, and I wish it would have just introduced apartments and allowed us to like build our own apartments instead of what they gave us, but it is what it is. But the build and buy and the cast items are very nice, and I do like the world of San Myshuno. So I'm gonna put it in good. What's this one? Snowy Escape, very meh. Very lackluster. I was definitely let down with Snowy Escape, especially because the world is so gorgeous. The lots that the Simmers built are so beautiful. The build and buy is stunning. And then the gameplay is absolutely shit. Like, it's super duper repetitive, and you can't do the gameplay in other areas, so why is it an expansion pack? This should have been a game pack, if anything. So it's just really meh for me. It sucks that it was like this. I wish it would have expanded the game more than it did, but everything is locked into Mount Komorebi, so you either have to live there or visit there to do the gameplay for the expansion pack. It should expand your game, not add on to it. So not my thing. Cottage Living, however, is very much my thing. I did enjoy Cottage Living. It's probably the pack I've played with the most in The Sims 4. The world's beautiful. The cast and build and buy are great. The gameplay is decent. It could be a little bit better, but honestly, for The Sims 4, it's not bad. I hope it's not our last expansion pack. I really, really hope it's not our last expansion pack. If we're getting multiple more years of The Sims 4, that'd be a really shitty thing to end on if we just get like 30 more kits and not another expansion. So have my fingers crossed for that one. Get Famous, I was really let down by. I like the fame system in that you can do things that aren't the acting career that came with the pack and earn fame. So like if you make beautiful flower arrangements from seasons, you can gain fame from that, which I think is really, really cool. However, the acting career is very repetitive. The world of oh god, what is that one even called? I don't remember the world from Get Famous. Oh, that sucks. I don't remember it. But the world's very lackluster. A lot of the buildings are very, very, very odd. The celebrities wandering around your other gameplay is very irritating. I don't like Get Famous, which is unfortunate, because I think I would like it if maybe in a refresh they'll fix it. I'm not sure. Parenthood, I was also let down with. But I think it was more me. I was expecting, oh my god, this is Generations. It's not in the slightest. It's literally Parenthood. So like, this is another pack for young adults to gain some sort of gameplay. It doesn't affect the kids as much as I would like it to. It's literally just for parents. And The Sims 4 is very much a millennial simulator, which is not my favorite because I am a millennial and like I want to see different aspects of life. So I was let down by Parenthood, but it has some good build and buy stuff, and I think the cast is all right too. And then Seasons. Seasons for The Sims 4 is a really good iterations of Seasons. The only thing I think that would make it better would be if they kept the seasonal festivals. The holiday system is really fabulous, but I think if we had like a collective group holiday or like a group festival, that would make it better. But it is a very good pack for The Sims 4, and it made me get seasons for the other packs or for the other games. So we're here for it. Vampires is a good pack. That's probably one of the best game packs for The Sims 4, and it's definitely the best versions of Vampires that we've had. The Sims 2 Vampires are very like one-dimensional, and they were very one-dimensional in The Sims 3 as well until they updated them in Supernatural, and still I never really found myself playing with them much. But in The Sims 4, they're a lot more dynamic. We all know that no one likes Vladdy Daddy coming over and like stealing plasma from you. We get it. But like for what they are, I think this is the best version of Vampires we've had in The Sims 4, and I hope it continues like this. This should be the model for all of the occults in The Sims 4, and unfortunately none of the other ones live up to that. I'm hoping that the werewolves that we're getting in June, which is pretty much been confirmed at this point, can match up to Vampires, because the spellcasters, the mermaids, and the aliens have really fallen flat. And then Vintage Glamour. I'm going to put it in meh just because aesthetically I like it, but like there's not a whole lot there, and I don't know if I've ever had a butler because I don't play until I'm rich, and I don't cheat for money, so it's not really my thing. I've also heard that they're pretty buggy, so you might have to get a mod to fix them, but it's all right. I use the cast quite often. I love that one, like, dressing robe. Oh, I love that. And the being able to put on and take off your makeup at the vanity is really cool. I just wish that it was a little bit more expanded for the price point, but that goes without saying for a lot of the Sims 4 stuff. Well, on that happy note, I think I'm going to leave you guys here. Thank you so much for watching. These are just my opinions, by the way. I'm allowed to feel however I want about a game I've paid thousands of dollars for. And you are too. So your opinions are valid. My opinions are valid. They're probably going to conflict. That's fine. Tell me how you feel in the comments. And I'm going to leave links to all of these in the description so you can come and take these as well. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!